Welcome back to the Brewery Astro here at the SACS High School. It's been a fantastic afternoon of hockey. The first time the boys have been back on the field. We've got the SACS under-19Bs against Fairmont under-19Bs. Welcome, I'm Zaid Adams, and welcome to Sam Holmes right next door to me.
Thank you so much, sir. Yeah, it's wonderful to be back at the Brewery Astro. It's wonderful to see school sport. Hockey on Super Sport. Who would have thought?
That's fantastic. That's the SACS under-19B side. Gianluca Vrismo, Luca Marshall, Isra Faker, Jaden Peterson, Maximilian Parsons, Ben van Wyk, Josh Blankensee, Adrian Stradom, Aiden Fleetman, Adam Hansford, Michael Royden Turner, and Liam Hobbs and Luke Salters. These are the young boys in the white shirts. And the men in the green, it's Ethan Buckley, Dean Brown, Samuel Conradi, Camerson Dryden, Julian Hector, Adrian Potter, Justin Prent, Shane Prent, presume they're brothers, Jason Wright, Maka Moherueva, Michael Sauer, Ruben Smith, and Orion Moose. Those are the boys in the green and white. What can we expect from the SACS second side today, Sam?
Well, one player that often doesn't get the player to watch is the goalkeeper, and that's Gianluca Verissimo. For a long time in the season, he's been competing with Thomas Brocklehurst, the first-team goalkeeper, and I'm of the belief that they're both national-level goalkeepers. So hopefully he doesn't have too much to do today from the SACS perspective, but he's certainly one to watch.
Definitely going to be an interesting encounter. We've seen the SACS under-16A side. They've just put 5 goals past Fairmont, so they've laid the marker for this under-19s, and they really set the tone. But as you said earlier, as we started, a fantastic outing to see them on the field. We are so grateful after everything that we've been through over the last few months, and the fact that the boys can be out on the park.
Yeah, I think we can expect quite a GG affair. The boys have had a very on and off sort of season due to COVID, especially with training squads being smaller and non-contact, all that sort of factoring in. But as you can see, Fairmont looking to bold from the left-hand side, and they'll win a hit just outside of their 25 over here. Be interesting to see how SACS set up. Fairmont look like they're playing with 4 at the back. SACS got the traditional arrowhead, and as they look to press the centre backs over here, but Fairmont's able to mitigate that risk and move the ball around quite nicely.
Really is going to be an interesting clash. It's the south versus the north. Always entertaining.
It used to be extremely one-sided, but the strides that Fairmont have put in towards their hockey program, their conditioning, the video analysis, it's truly something to behold, and South African hockey is stronger for it, so it's very great to see that.
Oh, that's fantastic. You don't want to see just the 4 boys schools out here in the southern suburbs dominating. You want to see a lot more boys participating, a lot more boys competing, and then playing together in those provincial sides when they do get that opportunity again.
Absolutely. Both sides look to have a bit of trouble outletting, and that comes as no surprise. It's very hard to get your connections back together after a big break and not playing. Even just the condition I saw with my under-16s. In the first quarter, we're already out on our feet. So fitness is going to be a massive part of this game. Who's been running during lockdown, who hasn't? That's going to be a big question answered tonight. SACS building here again on a counter-attack. Jaden Peterson picking up the ball. He's got feet. Burn, backstick. Fortuitously aim out around top D, but unfortunately missed by the SACS striker.
Fairmont building down the left-hand flank, going centre, looking for the centre link. But unfortunately the pass just a little bit wayward and easily picked up by the boys in white, who were unable to launch a counter-attack.
It's something I struggled with coaching the under-16As a few minutes ago. There's just no continuity, unfortunately. There's a breakdown, there's a turnover, there's a double turnover. And like I said, it's just so hard for these boys to come out of this lengthy break and put meaningful passes together. But I'm sure as the game progresses, as the boys get into it a bit more, we'll start to see some free-flowing hockey that we've come to know and love from both schools.
I do think that's, like you said, it's just a little bit of rust. You know, teams really just working their way towards fitness again, I don't know how much time these boys have had practicing before that. We know that they've only got back on the park recently, once the restrictions were allowed.
And back there, beautiful intervention there by Luca Marshall. Moves the ball up to Liam Hout, who looks to drive into the open space. Oh, guilty of looking a bit long there, but it'll work out here for SACS. Oh, that's well handled in the end by the Fairmont defender. And he wins the free hit. Beautiful to see. A cool head, calm under pressure, and they'll be able to gain build from the back once more.
This moment, both teams just feeling each other out. Nobody really putting a stamp on the proceedings. That could be a big mistake, though, at the back. Fortunately, though, Fairmont managed to get out of not quite out of jail just yet, but could have been a lot worse.
It's quite amazing how much the game's evolved. A couple of years ago, if you were a defender, your sole target, if you got the ball into the D, was to clear for the sidelines. And now we see them expertly use aerial skills to get their way out of trouble. I mean, Fairmont have been really hard to crack. Couple of turnovers. Faker with an opportunity here on P-spot. Lays it back to Hout. And that's just going to trickle in. SACS draw first blood in this encounter.
Fairmont goalkeeper wouldn't be too happy with that. He looked like he had it under control, but it just, as we look at the replay, on top of the D, through his glove, unfortunately. And that's first blood to the SACS home team.
I think that was Liam Haupt's goal. Aiden Fleetman was sniffing around the far post there. It didn't look like he got the final touch. Liam Haupt, a grade 10. He just played a bit for the 16As now. Obviously due to numbers and isolation, both sides having to make up their first and second teams with younger players. Great opportunity for them.
I think if you're in grade 10 and you get a call up to the second side, you're champing at the bit. You want to get stuck in. That's good skill work there. But unfortunately dispossessed.
Again, I think we're going to see a lot of this tonight. Real back and forth, turnover on turnover. Michael Roden-Turner in possession, drives powerfully into the D. He's going to look to access baseline. Tipsy-turvy stuff, twinkle toes. Oh, and a short corner for that sort of decisive action. The goalkeeper deliberately playing the ball over the baseline with his stick.
Really nifty stick work by the SACS team. Forcing a short corner. We look at the replay. There he goes on the byline. And the goalkeeper taking no chances whatsoever.
That's a real no-nonsense approach. Obviously quite comfortable in his drag-flicking save capabilities, knowing that would be a quickly awarded PC.
I think after letting in that first goal, he's making sure of safety first. Yeah, save. So you know the SACS side quite well. Who's the guy to look out for in the short corners?
In the PCs, I think, as we can see by this sort of collection that they're putting together here, that there's a bit of indecision. There hasn't been a squad that's trained a lot together. But I think Strydom off the left castle, or maybe even Peterson with a straight beat. Let's see. Oh, and they go straight to Roden-Turner, who slaps it across. And they'll go out for a 16. Rather anticlimactic end to that PC.
It was quite innovative at the beginning. But unfortunately not the finishing touch. Not quite there.
I think as we see on the replay, that should have been a goal. The ball was clearly inside the D once he struck it. No wonder Roden-Turner was so bemused with the 16 call. Fairmont can count themselves lucky there.
Unfortunately, this is not the Olympics where you can ask for the VAR.
He'll be scratching. He's always got quite a lot to say, Roden-Turner, so I'm sure I'll get a WhatsApp later, especially after we told him off a bit for not converting.
But this is what Super Sport Schools brings you. They're the ones that's bringing this home to your screens, whether it's on your tablets, whether it's on your laptop, whether it's on your televisions. Channel 246. It is there you can see it, youtube.com. It's not Super Sport Schools, or you can follow it at Super Sport Schools. And this is fantastic initiative from the boys up in Randburg.
No, it's beautiful to see. Again, I say, if you had told me 5 years ago I'd be watching schoolboy hockey on Super Sport, you'd have to pinch me. And it's so beautiful to see.
I'll pinch you right now, Sam. I'll pinch you right now. It's happening.
Yeah.
It's happening.
Social distance.
It's all happening. It's all happening.
Fairmont coming into a bit of ascendancy here, looking to drive into the SACS 25. Circle entries, of course, are key in hockey because that is where you can score from. And here they come. They look to have got one. But again, Adam Hansford, super strong at the back, battling over the ball. And that'll come to a long corner for Fairmont. For the first time, we're able to see the green machine getting some go forward. Let's see if they can convert. What a backdrop here. What do you have to say about that?
I'm a Wambuk boy, unfortunately, so that's all lost on me, Sam. All lost on me.
No, all the boys' school have got different views of Table Mountain.
The same mountain, just a different angle, but spectacular nonetheless. Lovely night. Just a real pity that there are no spectators in the ground. But
here comes SACS again, building down the right-hand side. Flickman's going to look to access baseline over there, slips the ball across to Faco, picks the ball up. Well, can he get a shot away? He does. Oh, and that just goes wide.
Here we go. Here's the replay. Faker has the shot. The goalkeeper somehow manages to keep it out.
It's like some black magic intervened with that goal. It appears that the scoreline, that goal was given to Royden Turner, but that's not how things stand, with SACS being 1-0 up. Perhaps Royden Turner's mother is working the scoreline.
There's definitely comments on below on the YouTube section questioning that first goal, that second goal. Be sure to add your comments, have a say, have some banter with your mates, because you know you're going to get back at school on Monday and you're going to discuss all of this again.
Here comes Royden Turner once more, driving powerfully, slips the ball in over there. Oh, decisive action. A charging goalkeeper, quite a terrifying prospect, seeing a man clad in armor charging towards you.
I must admit, I played goalie in my day. It was a lovely experience, just going straight at the striker just giving away. But SACS back in circle entry, good work. And they've managed to force another short corner. The team in white really dominating here in this first quarter, looking for that second goal.
And I know the ginger jokes tend to fly at SACS, but Royden Turner truly is on fire. Come on, Zahir, laugh into the mic. Come on, you can't strand me, leave me stranded like that.
Sam is on fire here today, boys. He's on fire. He's definitely needing the heat in this cold brewery oval today.
They made me sign a lot of papers before I was allowed to commentate today, so I'm already one down. Luca Marshall with the injection.
Green card. Here we go.
It's going to be an incomplete PC. Let's see if they can do anything with the scraps over here. Brilliant reverse pressing there from Fairmont. And they come away with the ball. Bit of a dangerous backhand play there and called there by referee Mike Willich. Spends a lot of time coaching, reffing at SACS. One of those integral players that really makes the system tick.
Thus far, it's been all the home team. They the side camping in the green half. It's another circle entry.
Maybe they'll give that one to Royden Turner.
The umpire's going to have words with this commentator later.
It's all good. It's all good fun. My umpiring philosophy is if you're ever going to dish it out, you must have a whistle on Saturday morning. If you're not umpiring yourself, you're gonna have to keep quiet.
There we go. That one was safe. Definitely outside the circle on that occasion. Here's Fairmont coming back again.
Beautiful pick in the midfield. A little bit Binner Beta, see you later. With Orange Stick charging through the field, slips a lovely pass through. It's a very dangerous moment here for Fairmont. Hopefully they can convert. They're going to look to enter the D from the left-hand side. Here they come. Again, a great step from the SACS defender, and they come away with the ball.
SACS really composed at the back, working their way out, getting the free hit, but playing on. That was a little bit sloppy though, that one.
Referee allowing plenty of advantage, which you love to see. And SACS not able to capitalize on that. Game again, a bit stop-start here. I must say I've been very interested, I am interested in Fairmont, but I've been very impressed at the way they've been able to stay in this fixture as well with such little possession, as well as pose a few dangerous counter-attacks here and there.
That's a big aerial ball.
It's always a contentious blow, the overhead. Some refs blow on contact, some refs blow after the ball's crashed into someone's skull, but all refs blow. So there you go, Zahir.
I think I've equally about Fairmont all day. They've been a gutsy outfit. They've shown a lot of character. They might not have got the results that they would have liked, but definitely, if we do get more games going forward, there's something to build on. Lots of promise from the boys in green.
Absolutely, and they've got a star-studded coaching lineup, and that's where this ultimately starts. You have to have a solid hockey program. You've got guys like Rob Goslet, who's going to be burying his head in his hands as SACS come flying forward here with Jaden Peterson. I did warn you that he's quick. Oh my word, a Herschel Gibbs-like clearance, straight back over the bowler's head and safely into touch.
It's a lovely straight drive there.
Lofted. SACS attack has been synonymous with Royden Turner as he comes again here to Jaden Peterson. Wonderful aerial skills by this Fairmont midfielder once more. Shepherds that ball into touch.
We're getting towards the close of the first chukker. SACS still have the advantage.
Blankensy in possession there. Gets halted in the midfield. Good breakdown play from Fairmont. The sands of time tick away as we have another ball entry. And what a tasty little finish from Faker. I was waiting for confirmation from the ref, but he snuck in there at the near post, got a bit of his stick onto that, and SACS go 2-0 up.
I think that might really hurt the Fairmont side. They would have loved to go into at the end of the first chukker, they would love to go in. But they've conceded again through Faker of SACS. And it's 2-0 to the home side.
Here come Fairmont though. Dazzling little run through the entry. Oh, and a foot just outside of the D. Millimeters in, and that would have been a PC. As you can see, ball comes in. And it happened so quickly, we couldn't even help guide you through that one. But a striker's dream.
On that occasion, the goalkeeper really had no chance. He was only a spectator as the ball crashed into the backboard.
And I think we may have misled each other here. I think the second team are playing halves, and whilst the 16A and the first play quarters.
That does look like it at the moment.
Oh, nifty from Stratham on the back end there. Salters drives powerfully through. And here comes Royden Turner once more. Inside tuck, looking to release Jaden Peterson.
It's a white wave coming on. And unfortunately not being able to take advantage. They had the numbers, but unfortunately sometimes when you have just too many options, you don't exactly take the right one.
Choice is a terrifying prospect, so yeah. No comment.
Life is like a box of chocolates.
All right, Forrest, we get it. Absolutely fizzing up here in the commentary box. Freezing, but fizzing. As Fairmont build once more. I think one of the key points raised at halftime is that they're going to have to look to access the midfield a bit better, and especially come down the right-hand side. They've been boxed into this left-hand corner by SACS's press and have had great difficulty outletting.
You would like to think that someone at the back possesses a good aerial ball just as a clearance outlet. At this point, they're just going down the left-hand side, playing through the middle. That's good work. Oh, that's fantastic. Beautiful. That is fantastic by Fairmont.
Absolutely stunning build-up play here from Fairmont. They're going to access T-point over here. Oh, with Luke Salters with divine intervention over there, and he'll drive powerfully up this right-hand channel. Again, options are plenty. Will he make the right choice? He goes for the hit.
Fairmont have shown real glimpses of their capabilities and their potential getting out, and we saw that lovely move earlier on. It's basically just the attackers needing to stay a little bit calmer once the ball gets to them.
Absolutely. Ball shipped over to Ben van Veek, who does very well to lay it over to Liam Haupt. And there's the man Faker again, turns, spins, dishes out on the plate to Peterson. Can he convert? And the referee comes there to the rescue of Fairmont right there. Not in a biased way, of course. Just the correct call.
Just the correct call. Just the correct call. He does owe SACS one from early on already, but not looking to make it up on that occasion.
Beautiful pickup in the midfield once more. And unfortunately, that's been the tale of Fairmont's attack. They string a couple of silky moments together, a really nice pass into the midfield, but then SACS hit them with the counter and hit them hard. As we can see, another D-entry here. Faker with another shot, saved by the keeper. And here Fairmont will have a chance to counter themselves with a big slap out of the back.
SACS's back four have been really solid, and that's where they haven't given Fairmont any opportunities.
Another ball played in. It begs questioning, excuse me Zahir, if SACS are going to play such a direct brand of hockey, are they going to get more forwards in and around those scoring areas, being P-spot, far post, near post, and onto the keeper's pads?
So that's exactly what I was about to say, is that SACS very direct, very one-dimensional, and it seems to be working for them. But if it's going to result in more goals, they've got to get more men in their circle. Guys, somebody on the pad, somebody on the far post, because at the moment it's just Faker looking for the deflection.
Absolutely. Here come Fairmont with quite a high set piece opportunity over here. Let's look if they can capitalize on that. And that's what I've been really impressed with, that Fairmont actually, despite having been starved of possession, actually look like the more sort of structured side at the moment in terms of the way they approach the D. Take nothing away from SACS. I think it's a great model to play if you're looking to score goals. But having said that, I just don't think they've capitalized enough on that sort of
100%. The fact that Fairmont are 2-0 behind, it's not quite the reflection of the game. They have put together silky passes. They've put moves together. It's just this SACS back four that has really been rock solid and not given them a sniff really within the D.
Absolutely, another great turnover. I am also very aware of leaning into becoming a SACS hater, being a SACS coach, and having very strict sort of expectations. But again, a bit wasteful in the midfield, and here come Fairmont. Can they string something together here? They've got a 2v3. SACS should be comfortable with their numbers. And I've always called that the, look coach, I'm trying. Aimlessly shepherding the ball to the baseline. But you love to see it.
Gotta give an effort. Lots of effort there. Hasn't touched the ball much, the centre forward. Trying to get in the game.
And they're going to have some words about that after the game. I've always wondered at centre backs that throw bouncy balls at outside halves, how they sleep at night. Being an outside half myself, but they continue to do it, and they continue to wreak havoc on outside half confidence.
We saw that earlier in the 16A game. Wayne Madabva not very happy with the one that came his way on the left flank.
Jaden Peterson's in here if he can make the tackle. And bang, he's made it. One-on-one versus the keeper. Fleetman in support. Great save and a great clearance. Just saw when Peterson got his tail up, he's very good at pressing, he's very good at turning over forwards. They isolated the centre back. It was a clean turnover. Just unfortunately, like so many games today, missing that final touch.
Here's the replay. Like I just wanted to say, Peterson, he goes towards the goalkeeper, but the fantastic thing by the Fairmont keeper is that he stayed on his feet for as long as possible. That's the key to goalkeeping. It's not committing, not going to ground too early. And he waited basically for Peterson to make the move. And once he did, he was on his feet and he was able to make the save. Fantastic goalkeeping by the Fairmont keeper on that occasion.
Absolutely. And great initiative from Peterson. It's a bit like with showdowns these days. I think all of the pressure is on the ball carrier, the attacker rather. Whereas the keeper, if you make a save in a one-on-one situation, you're a hero.
Sam, you're speaking to an ex-goalkeeper. That's how it should be. That's exactly how it should be. It's never the goalkeeper's fault.
No, I agree with that. I've always said to my keepers, you make a save, you've done your job.
But that was fantastic work. But clearly making up for the error earlier. He's just stayed on his feet long enough, and he basically just out-psyched Peterson on that occasion. It's always nervous moments when the striker has the ball because he knows he's the one that has to score.
Absolutely. So we saw it in the Olympic gold medal final. You've got world-class Australians absolutely falling apart at the thought of beating a keeper one-on-one, whereas at club training or provincial training, they do it in their sleep.
We're approaching the half-time whistle, 90 seconds remaining. SACS still in the lead, 2-0.
Here comes Fleetman again, feeding off scraps once more, proving that hockey can indeed be a contact sport with a Rassie Erasmus shoulder to a downed opponent. Rightly blown. Player safety, very important in the game of hockey. We saw a terrible clash of heads in the under-16 game. It was nice to see that Fairmont player got cleaned up and was all right. Oh, and there you see it again. Owen Farrell on Urban Etzebeth, a titanic clash. Fleetman, interestingly enough, is one of the kindest, most gentle human beings I've ever encountered. But we all know once you cross that white line and the red mist starts to descend, that becomes another equation. Fairmont again bursting forward, asking a big question of Verissimo, who we haven't actually seen in picture. And he does his usual antics and shepherds the ball out. Fairmont have got 30 seconds to launch something meaningful here. Unfortunately, a real thorn in their side, Michael Royden Turner. And there we go, saved by the bell.
Faker would have been very upset there. He was lining up a shot. But that's the end of the first half. That's SACS leading by 2-0 over Fairmont. Welcome back to the SACS Brewery Astro. It's SACS, the home team. They're leading by 2-0 over a valiant Fairmont side. This is the second team clash. This is the curtain raiser to the big one in about a half an hour. I've got Sam, the SACS under 16A coach. His team was victorious 5-0 earlier. He'll run you through the replays.
As you can see, that was the first flick from Liam Haupt. A lot of power behind it. Too much for the keeper to handle, unfortunately, and that ball just trickled in, and that saw SACS go clear 1-0. And then we have Royden Turner driving down the baseline, illegally dealt with. It was deemed by the ref, which led to a short corner. SACS played a very direct brand of hockey, which allowed opportunities like Faker just took over there to score deflections. But we did mention in commentary that a couple did go amiss, and they'll be looking to right that wrong in the second half. As from what we saw from Fairmont, it was very encouraging. They'll just look to be adding up those circle penetrations and looking to get on the board early here. And here we go again with the second half underway. It's something I've never understood about schoolboy hockey, is that we start with nice positive possession on the halfway line, and we sink nice and deep to the left half without being pressed. Something that irritated Greg Clark while he was at SACS, and as we can see here, it leads to direct turnovers and Fairmont being in the ascendancy for no good reason. So that'll be something that all coaches just pull their hair out about. And here come Fairmont down the right-hand side. Will they look to be a bit more direct? They are, but again, once more, they are decisively dealt with. A great turnover here on top D. Ball played across the middle. Goal scoring opportunity. Can he get a shot away? Unfortunately not. There we go again. SACS standing tall in defence.
We see that. We've seen this earlier as well, where whatever the Fairmont coaches are saying at the halftime break, their sides are coming out with greater vengeance early on and putting SACS under pressure. The only difference is they're not taking advantage and they're allowing SACS to come back on the counter, as we see here down the right flank into the circle, but unfortunately not picked up on that occasion.
Again, Jaden Peterson bursting beautifully down that right-hand side. Perhaps he has a few tips or a YouTube video that he can share with Wade van Niekerk. Just joking, Wade, we still love you. Paris 2024, we go again. Royden Turner goes again. Beautiful de-entry, intercepted though by the Fairmont defender. Luca Marshall cleans up the scraps. Again, it's so back and forth, it's quite hard to keep track of what's going on, but there we go. Hansford brings a bit of stability to the situation. He plays the ball out to Ben van Wyk. He plays a bit of a risky ball in and it's turnover. Great work again by that Fairmont midfielder. Looked like a bit of a foot that went amiss, but that's hockey. They'll get the blow in the end.
It's really end-to-end stuff here. Both teams, as soon as they get the opportunity, they're going on the offense and really looking to get some more goals on the scoreboard. Fairmont attempting a circle entry, but it's not to be. And SACS down the right side. Is that Jaden Peterson? Is that the man?
Exactly that. Release the Kraken. There he goes again.
Really got some wheels down the right hand. He's in the circle. Tries to force the short corner.
He's also got a fantastic TikTok channel where he plays golf. So there you go, Jaden Peterson. I shouted out your TikTok channel.
Sam is your shout out here, guys. Have a chat with him at any time in the week if you're a SACS boy. He will give you a shout out live on Supersport Schools.
Jaden Peterson appears to have run his race for the time being, requesting a substitution. Morne van Zyl, he's seen it all, he's done it all as a coach, former SA under-16 selector.
You sure he's not going off to update his TikTok there?
Perhaps. Well, here comes Fleetman, straight beat attempt. Oh, and a beautiful goal. Aiden Fleetman there converting. He also plays a lot of golf himself. I managed to coach him in the 14Bs. He doesn't know much, but he sure knows how to hit a ball.
That's fantastic there, fantastic. It's simplicity was the name of the game there. A little bit of mistake from Fairmont in the circle, and he wasn't going to miss out. And SACS go 3-0 ahead.
But here come Fairmont looking to answer almost immediately. They've got a dangerous hit on the 5-meter line. Driving powerfully, that SACS defender didn't look 5, and no surprise that a PC has been blown. For the first time tonight, there seems to be some sort of agreement between me and the referees. You love to see it.
We have a short corner for Fairmont. They would dearly like to get one back here, pull one back. They're 3-0 behind early in the second half. If they do get one here, it could just ignite the fire in the green dragon.
The green machine. Let's have a look how they set up here. They've got quite a wide approach and one castle. I wouldn't be surprised if they slip it to one of their wider players. See what the injection looks like. Straight to the castle. Looked like an attempted zigzag, ultimately dealt with. And SACS have the hit out. They'll breathe a sigh of relief. We all know that hockey, like many sports, is a game of momentum. And here there's another momentum shift as Royden Turner comes down. He looks to slap the ball across the face of the goal. Unfortunately, again, SACS striker is not able to get onto the end of that. They'll be looking to convert from this set piece over here. It's an aspect that coaches spend a lot of time on, and the balls come out. Salters will look to be direct. He does. And again, SACS just unable to capitalize on that direct ball being played in there. Lebo and Morne will be just pulling their hair out from a SACS coaching perspective. But a lovely fake slap there from Luke Salters. Again, another grade 10, proving his worth at the senior level.
Again, once again, Fairmont showing great skill to get out of their half. Good range of passing. Just that final ball that lets them down thus far. But yeah, they have a go there. But as we've seen all night, the SACS back four just holding firm.
It's almost been a reversal of the usual script where SACS aim to play a more champagne style of hockey, lots of passing, lots of movement, and their northern counterparts playing a lot more direct style of hockey. But it seems that script has been flipped on its head as Fairmont have just looked beautiful moving the ball through the midfield, ultimately not being able to get it on the end of anything. But here comes SACS once more. Liam picking the ball up. Unfortunately, it's been blown up there. I must say, I've just seen the ref up close and personal for the first time, and he is sporting one of the sharpest haircuts I have seen all weekend.
That is a blade fade, as they call it. Definitely looking, he knew he was going to be on the telly today, so he went down to his local barber.
And again, that's what it's all about. It's so fantastic that SuperSport have come on board and just given these boys a platform, not only to play hockey and to see footage of themselves playing, but for parents, for expats, for whoever, to sit down and enjoy some schoolboy hockey on a Friday night.
That's the fantastic thing. It's the fact that it's streamed live on YouTube. No matter where you are in the world, you have access to it. And a lot of the old boys that's wanting to catch up, wanting to see this great facility that that SACS do have now. I remember this being a cricket field back in my day. Sam, that might be way before your time, but this was a cricket field. I remember playing a 14A game down here, but now it's a fantastic AstroTurf, really benefiting the hockey boys and showing their skills.
No, it's wonderful that you've brought that up, because when I speak about the hockey, or the evolution of hockey rather, I always cite, well, we'll put that thought on hold as Fairmont enter and are awarded a PC advantage. They obviously give up that advantage as they take the shot that gets saved by Verissimo. Zahir, I did warn you that he is an absolute demon between those 4 posts. Or was it 3 posts? If my maths teacher is listening, I apologize severely, because...
Is that a SACS education you have there?
Oldest, finest, proudest. The College of Knowledge, as it's colloquially referred to.
No, one of the finest institutions down here in the Western Cape. Even a Wynberg boy like myself says, but that's a miss there by Fairmont. Absolutely close shave there, and fantastic work by the SACS goalkeeper. Really, really the closest Fairmont have come all night, and SACS can breathe another sigh of relief.
Just got a WhatsApp from one of my teachers, actually, but as Zahir pointed out, he called it a miss. I just thought that was the brilliance of Gianluca Verissimo.
No, that is a brilliant save by Jean-Luc Verissimo. He's not playing first. He must be a heated debate down here at SACS.
One that I will not engage in.
Keeper putting in performance after performance, and it was in the opening game against Great Britain, pulled off a fantastic 6 save, and he would have loved to have seen that one from the young SACS keeper here.
An absolute servant of the game, old Rassi. And I don't use that term lightly. We all know the situation that often plagues South African hockey. Not a lot of funding. We know how much it takes to become an international hockey player, and then self-fund and travel and condition yourself. So, absolute superhero in the hockey community, and inspiration of Anton van Lochrenberg, one of the coaches here at SACS, takes a 15As. But Liam helped whilst we've been waxing lyrical. Barassi Petersa has just tucked away a goal. Fist bumps the crowd. I don't know, he might receive a detention for that. Social distancing and all, but hey, it's a Friday night. He's just scored a goal for the seconds. You can't touch the man.
And SACS really stamping their dominance on the game. It's now 4-0, 10 minutes into the second half. They're really showing their dominance here. Every time, and we've seen that throughout the day. Whenever Fairmont have looked to get close, look to score, look to get back in the game, that's when SACS have just turned on the pressure and counter-attacked and really put their foot down. And they are now leading 4-0.
Another turnover there. Advantage played on the back stick, and here come Fairmont. Luca Marshall, head down, stick first. Beautiful tackle. Again, SACS look to play quite direct, and there appear to be a few cries of disbelief from SACS forwards as that possession is just squandered in the left-hand corner. Again, Fairmont, it's not really a fair reflection, I don't think. The scoreline of 4-0, they've challenged, they've been perfect dance partners for the SACS unit. Unfortunately, they just haven't been able to put that away. And again, Zahir, I will go back to the well with this sort of reference. I just think it's going to take something unbelievably special to get past Gianluca Verissimo.
He is definitely a quality goalkeeper. Big unit always helps.
Apparently his Tinder bio, he's 6'4". We'll have to corroborate the sources there. Oh,
we've had TikTok shout-outs, we've had Tinder shout-outs. Sam's your DJ, he's the man on the mic.
Hopefully I'll make it to the first team game. I've been called out, but here comes Royden Turner once more. Beautiful access, so T-points. Come on, Fleetman, drive powerfully, and he does so, slips the ball in. Again, a beautiful deflection. Is that a sprawling faker? It is indeed. That's the second brace for young Israel Faker. Usually the team joker. Today he is the team's leading goal scorer. And you can see Aiden Fleetman slipping the ball in.
Oh,
Faker.
That's fantastic by Faker. Getting in front of the defender, getting that deflection, and making it 5-0 for SACS this evening. I do really feel for this Fairmont side because they have shown real glimpses of talent, real glimpses of promise. Unfortunately, just when it really was on, when the goal scoring opportunities came, they weren't able to put their chances away. And that's possibly the differences between the teams at the moment.
Absolutely. Royden Turner seems to be playing everywhere tonight. He's now popped up at left half and just slaps a 40-meter ball across the face of SACS's half. Luca Marshall runs into a bit of traffic. Cooler heads prevail, and he comes out again. SACS have been a lot more composed in the second half, which has been nice to see. I think, again, we can go back to a long layoff, posing sort of big threats for squads, whether it be rugby, cricket, hockey, whatever your sporting code. It really is tough to jump back into it. And I feel the second half has been a lot more enjoyable to watch, personally. There's been a lot more flow. And here comes Liam Hout exemplifying that. He looked to load up the backhand and slips it to his good friend, Royden Turner. I'll bet my life on taking on the defender over here. And he does just that.
You do know your boys, Sam. You do know your boys. That's what Super Sport Schools brings you, in-house knowledge right from the horse's mouth here on Super Sport Schools.
Again, another circle penetration, another ball flying past the far post. You think deflections at the next training session might be the order of the day. But a miscommunication there down the left-hand touch line. And unfortunately trickles onto the foot of the Fairmont left link.
I don't think the Fairmont boys will feel too hard done by. They'll be happy that they've got to run out in the park. It's been stuck indoors for so long that just to get out in the park, to get an opportunity to play under lights on television, on YouTube, on all the streaming apps. Fantastic for the young men in green.
Absolutely, and a lovely change of channel there from Liam Haupt. I remember back in the day, there was one person in the school who could throw an overhead. Now the diminutive Haupt, coming in at 4'3", casually throws one across the field. And the game's evolved, Zahir. The game has evolved.
100%. I remember the goalkeepers just for short corners, just laying down on the ground. You know, that doesn't happen anymore because they know it's going to get smoked past their shoulders if they do go do that. The good old log.
The good old log. Again, Royden Turner influential in turning over the ball and driving SACS forward. A bit wasteful with that particular pass. And it really is shaping up to be an exciting crescendo, a climax tonight where Fairmont's first side is going to take on SACS first 11. And I said earlier in the week to Jody Erasmus that I think that's going to be the tightest fixture. Jody Erasmus, of course, the coach of the first side, and we are absolutely ecstatic at the thought of seeing that play out later. Bit of a mess in the D here. It's one of those where any call could have been made and people would have had to be happy with it. Fairmont get the hit out in the end though.
Fairmont go all the way back. I think that's a little bit of suicide going into the D like that, but they managed to get out. Unfortunately not able to be picked up on the right flank.
Again, nice drop of the shoulder, clean backhand to Stratum. Stratum pours the ball in. Faker, it appears he could do no wrong today, but unfortunately that ball just bounces up off a turf that's maybe misbehaving in the view of Faker and hits him on the thigh. They'll have the hit out. So here, a shudder of the shoulders. It is freezing out here at the Brewery Astro.
It is really, really cold here. I think you can hear my teeth. Oh, that's fantastic, but unfortunately just going past the left post. On that occasion, Fairmont created the opportunity, and once again throughout the game, just not able to get that finish to get them on the score sheet. But really exciting stuff from Fairmont, showing great character, not laying down. And as we look at the replay, Sam.
Here we go, ball gets played and lifted on a first time attempted finish. Oh, that would have been the talk of the town in the northern suburbs had that found a home in the bottom left-hand corner. Again, Gianluca Verissimo doing a great job coming out, making himself very big, stretching that frame. And again, but here Fairmont come, they've really found a spark towards the final end of this game. Beautiful inside tuck onto the backhand. Verissimo, true to form, deals with that decisively once more. And here comes SACS. They've been good on the counter-attack, a bouncing ball. Here comes Peterson, he's well rested. He's posted a TikTok and off he goes once more.
It's fine, Sam, we're back at...
My apologies as I get overexcited watching
the live action. We're back at the live action. It's pushing to on the right flank.
Here comes Royden Turner again. He is just such a handful. And again,
he's forced a short corner. It's really end-to-end stuff. There was a real chance for Fairmont on the one end, and it directly went back to the other side, and SACS now have a short corner.
Royden Turner, just such a talented dribbler. Again, nothing on in terms of a shot or open avenue there, just tucks it onto the foot as is coached and is awarded the PC. Luca Marshall with the injection. A key member of SACS's defense. Let's see if he can inject properly. There we go, nicely out to Royden Turner. He'll slap the ball across the face. Backstick from Luca Marshall, and that's why Fairmont will get the hit out. I do apologize for my earlier broadcasting blunder. I am in the podcasting scene, so this live setup is somewhat terrifying.
Here we go, here's a short corner.
I think that's Luca Marshall going back to his defensive roots and making the save there on behalf of the Fairmont side. Of course, with the wrong side of his hockey stick, and that's what the free hit was awarded for. But here again, SACS come forward once more. Royden Turner, truly the talisman of tonight. Plays the ball out wide to Marshall, charging forward. He'll look to get a ball in, there it goes. Great defense there from Fairmont. But again, a double turnover, backhand opportunity. Oh, and a great save. It's going to be another PC award. Unfortunately, didn't learn the lesson from the first half, and deliberately with his stick, the goalkeeper scoops the ball. There's Royden Turner's backhand. It's a brilliant save. One of those where the ball hits you more than you hit the ball. He can be proud of that. Unfortunately, maybe a rush of blood to the head, making the same error as was performed in the first half.
SACS really dominating the latter stages of this encounter. They're not happy with their 5 goals. They want a couple more. And going to push out from the left-hand side on this occasion, or just running to fetch the ball.
Surely not, sir. That would be the most village thing I've ever seen, despite your 14A cricket match take place on the Brewery turf. Of course, just going to collect the ball. I don't think I've seen that in recent time.
No, we're talking about way back there. Back down in the days playing at the Vineyard.
Beautiful. Another injection to the first castle. Flick off. And it's awarded a 16. I thought that maybe took a deflection off the first wave. And as we make our way into the twilight of the game, Zahir, who's really stood out for you? Here comes a flick, and it does appear to have ricocheted.
I think Faker up front. I think he's been busy all night. He's been looking to get involved, particularly with SACS playing a direct style of hockey. He's been the target man, so to say, and he's got his deflections when it mattered.
Absolutely.
I think Jaden Peterson down the right as well. He showed a lot of pace, and then this goalkeeper, when he's been called upon, he's really done the business for SACS. Kept that clean sheet that all coaches love.
Absolutely. And they'll be hoping to keep that clean sheet. Often sides don't concentrate towards this final part of the game. Massive hit made on the midfield there.
I think young Turner as well showed some good skill work.
Absolutely.
Good stick work. He's been the creative spark within the SACS side.
And for Fairmont, this man in possession right over here, he's played right link for a lot of the game. He's been influential in unlocking the SACS midfield, and there a couple of silky touches from him, so he's been great to watch as well. I wish I had his name. Unfortunately, we just don't have access to that tonight, but he can be very proud of his efforts. Here comes Roy Turner again, pivoting his way through. He loves that backhand. He plays it to Faker, and Fleetman picks up the scraps for what can only be described as a poacher's finish.
It's a half a dozen for the team in white. The home side leading 6-0. As we said, Turner's the man. He gets the ball. Faker, as we spoke about, and exactly as we called it on this occasion, finishing the goal.
I take that back, Aidan Fleetman. That was not a poacher's goal. A brilliant display of aerial ability as you lifted it over the goalkeeper and then followed it up with a great finish.
The temperatures are dropping alarmingly here at the Brewery Oval tonight, the Brewery Astro.
I don't know about you here, but if the Brewery Astro could actually be true to its name, I might be a tad warmer. But of course, we are here to bring you excellent live coverage of schoolboy hockey.
It's a children's show, eh, Sam? It's a children's show. Keep it clean, bud. Keep it clean. Here we go.
Here come Fairmont. It would be really great to see them get a goal past Gianluca today. A reward for all their hard efforts and toil. Unfortunately, that SACS defense, we haven't spoken too much about it in terms of players to watch, but as a unit, they've been outstanding. And here comes Luke Salters once more, plays the ball off to Royden Turner. He's so good at that inside tuck. Ships it back to Salters, who perhaps shows that he's more suited to the defensive half. He's also in my hockey team, so I feel I can take some liberties when calling him out. But
definitely had an opportunity there. Turner done all the work down the left flank, got the ball into the circle. Not that replay, but he done all the work, and he was on top of the D, and all he needed to do was finish. But unfortunately, could not deliver the goods.
Absolutely, great turnover by Luca Marshall once more.
The SACS back four have really been the base from where everything has been built from. Haven't given Fairmont a little bit more than an inch, and when they have just let their guard down on the odd occasion, that big man wearing the number 1 has kept them the clean sheet going. So it's half a minute remaining in this encounter, and SACS leading by a comprehensive 6-0, and they are all warming up for the big first team clash that will be coming your way in just a few moments.
There's Lebo, one of the coaches of the SACS second side. He'll be very happy with the display that his Chargers have put out there today. And with the seconds ticking away, it appears that this is what the results will stay at. 6-0 to SACS. A dominant performance, notwithstanding a great contribution to the game from Fairmont. Peterson late! Oh, what a save! As we were trying to make our concluding remarks, maybe that's what we'll be left with. A resolute Fairmont goalkeeper.
No, he has tried his best. He has let 6 goals in today, but unfortunately, he's probably had to make another 15 saves.
Absolutely. It was a bit like Rassi Peterson at the Olympics.
Yes,
he's had a brilliant game, but the team loses 6-0. It's unfathomable.
It's really tough scenes here. But that's the end of the game. That's the final whistle. The boys give the big fist That's the way. That's we do it the way we do it in the new normal. No handshakes, unfortunately. But they've had their first run out after a long time in the sheds, and it's 6-0 to the home side, SACS. Oh, that's a beautiful evening there, Sam, in Cape Town. Chilly one nonetheless, but a beautiful evening here in Newlands.
As a player, it could only get a bit better if there was maybe a light drizzle, but apart from that, absolute perfect conditions. Well done to the two refs. There is that clean fade that we referenced earlier. A beautiful haircut. I must get in contact with him when I finally decide to cut my hair.
It's a pity we don't have a studio cam here, because definitely not Sam not visiting the barber anytime soon. But that's a wrap from the second team game. 6-0 to SACS.